think I am. But it's hard for me to tell what's going on. Aha. All right, so get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Let's go to YouTube. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop the broadcast and try again. All right, bear with me. I'm getting ready to do a live tutorial. Basically on how to modify my wine boxes. The mock-ups that I created, which should be over. Well, I know I posted them. Don't mean to go through so much stuff here. Right here, these ones. All right, so I have 2 viewers, it looks like. I don't know if y'all can see me because I don't have YouTube up, and I am trying some new software. So let's see if I'm live and what y'all can see. Trying some new software. So let's see if I'm okay. So I'm just trying to iron out some more kinks here. And so I'm going to have to end this recording. I'm going to start another one, so be patient with me because I'm not sure what I'm doing. Okay. Ah, there I am. Okay, looks like I got something going. Okay, so I'm actually live, and I'm watching this live, and I don't need to do that, but I can lower it down here. Okay. All right, so here is the wine box. I would have gone live in Facebook, but it didn't have a feature for me to do it directly into the groups at this time. And I'm not using the same software that we normally use for the webcast because the capabilities don't have what I needed to be able to do a good recording from my desktop. So here we are. So this is the stand-up wine box. And this one is the one on its side. Now I'm going to just show you and talk to you about the different layers. So this is the rope layer. You can choose to hide the rope if you don't want it there. All right. Here is your box background. Okay. This is your shadow. So if you can see right here, you could add more shadow if you want, or if you don't like it, you can take it off, turn it off. By clicking on the eye is how you turn it off. And if I, and then right here is where all the different backgrounds are. So if we wanted that background, you'd turn the eye on that one. If you want the wood, the eye's already on that one. If you want this background, you'd click on the eye. And same for that one. So for those that are new to Photoshop, the eye is what shows and hides layers, okay? So obviously the very top layer over here would be shown versus any layers below it because it's covering it up, okay? So you can leave those on if you want. That's completely up to you. Now, do you see where it says the layer here? And I'm not able to keep up with my chat, so if you guys are going to ask questions, don't expect an answer back. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so this is what you're going to do to replace the image. Okay, and we can post this link, I think, in the group so that maybe people can know that I've gone live. And let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and I'll post it in here as well. Okay, so back to Photoshop. All right, so and I'll go over this one more time, and then when it's all said and done with, I'll download the video and re-edit it and edit all the junk stuff out, or maybe just leave it as it is. Hey, I'm entertaining you. What can I say? Okay, so hope everybody's having a good Friday afternoon. Like I said, I'm winging this by myself, so I can't answer any questions or anything like that. I'm just focused on showing you guys how to modify this this wine box. Okay, so again, these are the backgrounds. You can show backgrounds if you don't want a background and you wanted it to be transparent, you could do that. If you click on the eyes next to each one, they're going to show the very top background. Okay, so if I chose the wood background, even though the eyes on this one, it's not going to show that one. Okay, so these are all the backgrounds. You got background 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you wanted this bottom background to show, you need to click on the eyes by all of them. And I don't have my box image in there, so that's why that wasn't there. So, and that would show. So I'm giving you 5 different backgrounds to choose from. And you know what? It's super easy to add your own background into this mockup. As easy as just going to File. Let's place, first I want it to be down here. So I'm going to say File, let's place an image. My computer. All right. Let's go with backgrounds. Let's say I wanted a, I don't know, this landscape one here. So as you can see, because of where it's placed, you couldn't see it, but we can stretch it out. Okay. And this just gives you an idea of how you can add another background. All right. And you can name it background 6 if you wanted by just double clicking and naming it background 6. I won't take any calls while I'm doing a live session. I can see there's 5 of you watching. That's good. So, okay, so that's how you can add more backgrounds if you wanted. I'm going to remove that for now. All right, so you're wondering how do we change and add the image here? All right. If you are doing a full-blown design, and I'll show you, like after you go and design your design for your box, and then you're like, okay, I have it ready to press for my insert on my box. How do I get it onto a mock-up? I'll show you all that. But for now, just if you're looking for something to put out there on the fly, you know, to get people interested in any product that you're selling and you need mock-ups, you would, in my mock-up, I'm always going to tell you where to right click to replace content. So I'm giving you set instructions right there. So you basically right click and come up here to replace contents. All right, so let's say I wanted it this beautiful. That looks beautiful on there. So maybe I want more of the trees and the lake. It came in really big, so we need to resize it. Okay, so your workable area is the white. So once the white starts showing, you got to make it bigger. Okay. And as you can see, now, if you wanted to make this angle with that, you could click on it where you want it, hold down your control key while clicking on this little node, I don't know what it's called, and see how it's angling the image a little bit. No, Bella, that's my fur baby. All right, same for over here. So you can make it fit however you want into that. This is what we call a layer mask. All right, so it's masked down. If you would unmask it, if you accidentally unmask it, this is what's going to happen. If you click in between the right click here and this white image placeholder, you see this over here in the layers, you see the arrow pointing down with the square. Look what happens. Now it's not masked to that image placeholder. So if you accidentally do that, always just hold your Alt key right in between those until you see the arrow and click, and it puts it back. All right, because I realize some people accidentally do that, especially when they're starting off in Photoshop. So that's how you add your pictures into this. Now, if you worked on a complete design, and let's see if I have one. I know I did one for that one. Let's see. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't save it. You know, that'd be totally me. That would not save something I designed. And sorry if you hear a loud car. My son's here working on his car as usual. So I don't have. Okay. So I don't have one that I designed for a wine box yet, but you know, say I did this one for a wine box. If I wanted to import that in, then basically you would right click on this and you would do replace contents and just add it in there. It replaces the old image, and again, you're going to have to stretch this out and manipulate how you want it to fit on there. Now remember, I used the nose and kind of distorted it, so if I want to distort it back, just hit the control and you work with your nodes to make it fit how you want it. Okay, and I'm just, you know, just showing this here to work with something. Okay, so this is how you replace it. It's that simple. I mean, honestly, it's that easy. If you didn't want the rope, you can take it away. Here's the box. That's the outer box. Okay. Again, right click here, replace contents. I make it pretty simple for y'all. And showing the background are the different backgrounds by just clicking on the eye. That's how easy these mock-ups are. I know you guys get a lot of mock-ups or have gotten mock-ups, and they make it complicated with all the smart objects and all that stuff. And smart objects is really just to keep things tidy. I usually do use a lot of smart objects, but for this, I wanted to help some people out because we're getting so many new members that are new to Photoshop. I wanted to keep it simplified. We'll go on later into more complicated mock-ups. No, I don't want to say that. So here's the other one that I did with it standing up. So again, you have your borders, you've got your rope, and you got your shadows. Now here on this one, I happened to make, because I had more than one shadow, I made it a smart object. Do you see this little icon over here? You really don't need to modify this smart object, because if you don't want the shadows, you turn it off. If you wanted to modify a smart object, I can't tell you how many times people ask that. All you do is double click on the smart object thumbnail, and it's going to ask you if you want to open it. Hit OK, and here's your smart object. Any changes you make here and you save, let me do a hello. Okay, just so you can see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Now, if you wanted to leave the smart object open so you can still work in it, you would just go up here to File at the top and then hit Save, and go over here to this layer, and as you can see, it reflected it, okay? Or you can close it. So I'm going to delete that, and now I'm going to close it, and I'm going to hit Save, okay? So this is how you modify that. Again, so that's a smart object. Smart objects are really easy. So I'm going to hit right click, replace contents, and I'm going to choose a horizontal, another image to put there. And I don't know. Let's do this one. Now this is a big image. Sometimes you got to zoom out because, like, you see where I was at. I couldn't see the resizing borders. So usually how I zoom in and out really quickly is I hold down the control key while hitting the minus key. That makes it smaller. If you hit the plus key while holding down the control key, that makes it bigger. Okay. Or yeah, makes it bigger. I'm sorry. So I needed to be able to resize this because I want to put more of the deer in here. And that was the purpose of that. Just to see how much of him I can get in there. And there you go. So you're saying, well, what if I want to add text? What if I want to build directly on here? You can do that. I don't recommend that you build directly on here because then your aspect is going to be completely different when you go to print. So your best bet is to actually start with your template that you're going to press on, and then bring it over into here. So here's an example. So if I'm doing a wine box, and I don't remember what the dimensions of those things are. I thought, let me see, file open. Let me see if I have it. Wine boxes, wine boxes, wine boxes, maybe. That's that finished one. All right, so I don't know what the heck I do with my wine box template because I know I actually made one. Wine bottles? No. Okay. So I need the dimensions on that wine box thing. Let me get that. So if you were going to need a template on the wine box, what did I do with mine? Let me see if I can find it. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, here we go. All right, so if you need a template on the wine boxes, this is going to be simple and easy because they're square, so rectangular. So this is approximately 12 by, which is what I thought, 12 by 14, I think. 14 by close to 4. So let's just go with a new design. So we're going to file new. And you always want your resolution by 300. So I'm going to go with, I wanted to do it that way. I'm going to go with long ways first, horizontal. So I'm going to go with 14 by 4. And let's go with that. So this is what it would look like. So say you wanted to build something based on this. I'm going to whip this up really quick for y'all. So I'm just going to make this color black. Oops, that's definitely not black. I'm going to place some, I'm going to place some patterns. Okay, so I'm just going to do, let's go with this Argyle pattern. All right. I want the gray Argyle pattern. I don't want the white. I just want the gray. So we're going to get rid of the gray. This is not meant for a long instruction on this one. I'm just whipping something up real quick. So you guys may go, wait, what did she do? All right, so then on this one, I'm hiding the black for a minute. I'm going to do select. I'm going to go file, select by color range. And I want to select all the white, and then I'm going to mask that right out. Oops, and it didn't, it chose the gray. So then I'm going to go select inverse. So it selects the complete opposite. And then I'm going to do layer mask and get rid of all that. Now I'm going to apply the layer mask. And okay. And so that's what my background looks like. Say we want a monogram. I'm just doing this real quick. So I'm gonna go here to my shapes and I'm gonna pick one of my monograms. I'm gonna go with this one. Okay. And it's white or something. Yeah, that'll work. I'm gonna excuse me, I'm gonna rasterize it. And what if I want to make that black actually with a white or a gray background? And I'm gonna have to turn off my Facebook messengers next time I do this so I don't keep getting interrupted. And if you wanted to put in a name in there, so this would be your actual template that you press on, okay? I'm just gonna put my name in there. All right. And okay, Daryl, now I see y'all there chatting about my hat. I can't really see what y'all are saying, but I know you're saying something because it's coming up over in the corner and it won't stop. Okay, so I want to change my font. I like the Sweetheart font. And there you go. All right. So this is just quick. Say I was doing this for a customer. This is what they wanted on their wine box. All right. So what I would do is I would save this as, just save it as wine box sample template, whatever. All right. So first thing I would do is save it as a working PSD file. So I go and I'm going to just go verge okay, you guys get it. I haven't had enough coffee. Okay, so and then I'm going to open back up that one wine box that I want to mess with, which is this one, because it's sideways. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this out. And you probably didn't even have to merge all of it if you didn't want to. You could have saved it out as a JPEG. I forgot about that. So I'm just going to save that to my desktop. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to our wine box template. We're going to right click, hit replace contents, and now we're going to go to that image that I just saved out. Oops. So here is the image, and I'm not sure. Okay, and we need to resize it, see, to make it fit. So it's always better to start with your original template and then so that you have that ready and then work with it inside of here as your mock-up. Okay. And again, if you want to keep that centered, but you need to move this, you just hold your control key and you kind of drag it over there so it covers. There you go. And I move the background up, and that is how you guys work with my wine box mock-up. So easy, it really is. And so that these don't move on you, you can lock these. That's what you see these locks here. I usually lock ones I don't want you messing with because I don't want you to mess them up. I mean, you're more than welcome to mess them up, but I don't want you to be going like in the middle of the night, oh my God, I messed it up, but Amy's not around, or whoever. So you can lock them and then use the eyes to turn them on and off. And then that way, when you're putting pictures in here, you don't actually move them around like I did. So, okay, guys, so that was this quick video tutorial. Sorry for the first 3 minutes of me learning how to manipulate the software that I'm using to do the screen capturing with. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to catch our Stamy shows by the Pressing Times on Wednesdays at new time, 6:30 Central. You figure out the rest of the times for your own time zones. And we'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching.